Welcome then, ladies and gentlemen, to the final bit of the 24 Hours of Le Mans here in 2025, the 93rd 24 Hours of Le Mans, and it's running as it's gone throughout the night. We've been bringing you live timing, and we've been bringing you the race start. Now it's time to bring you the final few minutes of this prestigious race. Currently, as it stands, the top 5 by each class. The 83 AF Corsa car leads. The number 6 Porsche is in P2. The 51 and Ferrari AF car is in P3. Then the 50 Ferrari AF is in P4. And then the 12 Cadillac is in P5 in a race where it started on the front row. In LMP2, the Inter-Europal car is in P1. Then the 48 VDS Panis car in P2. Then the AO by TF Pro-Am car in P3. And then the number 4, the number P4, the number 9 Iron Lynx, and then in P5, the number 29 TDS car. Number 20, 311 Cadillac, having to retire from the race. WRT car as well in the GT3 category, having to retire as well. Antonio Giovinazzi on the radio. That car is behind the Porsche. And this is going to go right to the wire. The race lead, 385 laps completed, maybe not. They've said it's the quickest Le Mans in history. That's certainly right. The lap times have been quicker. The cars have been the strongest. We have got 2 laps of racing to go. Ferrari just hoping that that car doesn't do a Toyota and stops on the line. With 1 lap to go. 24 hours have nearly come and gone. Porsche will be hoping for a miracle if they want to win the race. They're 2, the 5 and the 4 in P7 and P9 respectively. Estra in P2. Trying to chase down the 83 Ferrari, gaining on the Ferrari as well. 16 seconds is the gap out front. It's 13 seconds between P3 and P2. It's only 1 between P4 and P3, but they are both Ferrari cars, so you won't want to see fighting between them if you're a Ferrari fan. 2 minutes 50 to go. We're on board with the 83 AF Corsa. In the Hypercar category, which currently leads this race. There definitely will be another lap of racing, because when they cross the line, there'll still be seconds on that clock. Precious seconds, to say the least. Robert Kubica, currently behind the wheel. He will be the one that will drive it across the line. Kevin Estra in P2. Antonio Giovinazzi in P3. Antonio Foucault in P4. Will Stevens, who we saw in the early parts of the race, is in P5. As the cars come down the Mulsanne for the penultimate time, they'll have to go round one more time. The progress bar that is on the screen, on the TV graphics, used to be blue at the start of this, now it's almost fully grey. There's just a small, tiny fraction that the human eye just can't see that is still blue. We started this race yesterday at 3 PM BST, 4 PM local time. As it hits that time, once again, this race comes to an end. The 92 car in first in the GT3 category. Drivers, teams alike, watch the screens to see if the late scenes may occur. Category leaders, the 83 in Hypercar, the 43 in LMP2. As we go now through the Porsche curbs to start this final lap here at the Circuit de la Sarthe. Final lap. ...386 laps completed. It's going to be 387. Nevertheless, who crosses the line? That lead car, 9% in the virtual energy tank, 11% for P2. And the rest should be fine, except from the 20 BMW, only on 7%. That clock is going to 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The clock's finished, but we've still got to finish this lap. 8% for the leader in the virtual energy tank. For Robert Kubica in the number 83 Ferrari. The LMP2 car behind, flashing their lights. Robert Kubica winning 4 times in WEC. He's got 9 podiums. His best championship position is P1. In Le Mans, he's never won. He's been on the podium twice. He's suffered heartbreak before when he finished P2. The Ferrari team, the Ferrari AF Corsa garage, are on the fence. They are ready to burst into celebration. Just now, down the last few moments in the Sarthe, the last chicane on the Sarthe. Then you've got to tackle 2 more sectors. Finishing with Sector 2, then going on to the technical Sector 3. It's been a race where Ferrari have always been near the top of the leaderboard. Cadillac were there, they fell off. They're in P5, P8, and one of the Cadillacs retiring from the race. Drivers, teams alike, flock to celebrate their car finishing this grueling race. Robert Kubica, though, will be the one that finishes first. As it currently stands, the gap out front, 14.6 seconds. It was 16.0 starting this lap, but it should be fine as we go now into the final sector here at Le Mans. As you do a left, then to the right. Final corners here. 24 hours have gone. And now, only the last few corners remain as we go round Arnage now, next to the airport, directly next to the circuit, where maybe even some teams and drivers who've not had the best of weeks here will be heading straight home. But maybe the Ferrari teams will celebrate and stay here for a bit longer. They can almost start their celebrations. They are waiting to burst into joy, into ecstasy. The number 6 Porsche is too far back. He won't catch. The number 83 Robert Kubica, currently behind the car, has gained 12 positions to get to P1. The Porsche behind gaining 19. But the race, the 93rd edition, the 2025 edition, can only be won by one. And for the first time, round the final corner, Robert Kubica can say he's won the 24 hours of Le Mans in 2025. It goes to the 83 Ferrari car. The 83 Ferrari AF Corsa. Completing 387 laps. The number 6 Porsche, what a race, gaining incredibly 19 positions. And we're gonna get the GT cars now coming to finish off. The 92 Manthey First Form is gonna cross the line. But that's not what matters now. We've got LMP2 to come as well, which I believe should be the 43. There's yellow flags. There is also smoke in the Manthey garage. They were the winners. We're still yet to see who wins in LMP2. The double yellow removed. It was at Marshall Post 26. And finally, the LMP2 car that's going to win. It's the number 43 in P19 overall, but first in his category. The 43 Inter Europol competition car. Nick Yallory crossing the line now. Wins it in the LMP2 category. The 92 won it in LMGT3. But it's Ferrari, it's AF Corsa, it's the number 83 that say they can be on top here at Le Mans. As already the driver's getting interviewed and the cars will come around the circuit. And yes, the LMGT3 winner, the 92 monthly first form team with Hardwick in it. And the cars going to scrutineering are the number 3, 51, 50, 83, 6, 51, 50, 43, 48, 199, 92, 21 and 81. The top 3 from each class will go there. Robert Kubica on the radio. Drivers getting interviewed. As a privateer as well. Just a quick word with one of the 83 AF Corsa drivers. Says they're shocked after this result. 12 positions they gained to be here. Fair play to the Porsche number 6 who gained 19 positions throughout the whole race. We did have some retirements, some cars that didn't make it to the flag. Another notice from race control, car number 93 is under investigation for a pit stop near the end of the race, but that is not in any of the top 3 in any of the classes. Robert Kubica on the radio. And even though I couldn't understand a single word of that, he seems quite happy. It's his first Le Mans win. Robert Kubica. Best result here in second. He's won World Endurance races before, but this is the big one. This is the big one. Oh, Ruben was in the chat. Whoopsie daisy. Hello, Ruben. Porsche second. Great result for Porsche and Ferrari. Big red jerk, says Mickey Ruland. Well, they did win, but it's definitely good for Porsche. Finishing P2. Other cars for Porsche finished in P7 and P9 respectively. And we can see the Ferrari team celebrating on the pit wall. More interviews. First Chinese driver to win Le Mans as well. In the number 83 AF Corsa, Yifi Ye, the first Chinese driver to win Le Mans. And the marshals out on the track, waving all their flags. Gotta thank all the marshals for all the work they do. It's a long race. And they thoroughly deserve to wave their flags, at least on the side of the road. As we see Yifei Yo celebrating with, I believe, his son. But it will be the number 83 this year that takes the bragging rights in the 24 Hours of Le Mans 2025, the 93rd running of this race. And that does it for another year. We will await the podium, which will be in a little while, because it's such a long race. They've got to get the podium ready. And talk about the other winners then in the other classes. The Manthe Porsche, Richard Lietz, Ricardo Pereira and Ryan Hardwick dominated to win the LMGT3 class. Gotta just say to every driver that's in this, absolutely well done. Second in the GT3 class went to the Vista AF course crew in the 81 TF Corvette. Saying it's a defining moment of his life for Ryan Hardwick. Getting interviewed now. LMP2 class, Nick Yelloway, Tom Dillman and Jacob Schmiechowski takes victory for the Euro Interpol's 43 team. The heartbreak though for the VDS Panis squad number 48. At least it finished second. The VDS Panis team being made of Ollie Gray, Esteban Masson and Frank Pereira. Yifi Ye saying, "It's a dream come true. I have to pinch myself. My teammates, mechanics, engineers did an awesome job." But we'll just take you back to this morning. Robert Kubica was told to stay behind the number 51 car despite showing great pace. You've got to look back and see where did the 51 car finished. P3, 11 seconds off. Not even 11 seconds, 26 seconds off. Kubica going into pit lane now, and the Marshall's deciding let's knock on the actual wind mirror, which may have got a few scared. First time of asking though for the Aston Martin Valkyries. They made it to the end of the 24 hours, something to be very proud of. Let's take you through the rest of the Hypercar result. The number 50 Ferrari finished 4th ahead of the number 12 Cadillac, which was on pole. Made the best of what started as a nightmarish race and did well to recover. The number 7 Toyota, the number 5 Porsche, the number 38 Cadillac, the number 4 Porsche, the number 35 Alpine round out the top 10. The 11th place number 36 Alpine will score points as well. What a race. Tom Dillman getting interviewed, winner in the LMP2. With technical difficulties with that, so that we don't really hear anything from it. And we take you back to the 83 car on the grid, comprised of Robert Kubica, Yifi Ye and Phil Hansen. Great result for the Ferraris. Ferrari an hour 18 were in control with a 1-2-3. Robert Kubica is on the grid. My teammates should be here. I want my teammates here, and he said they should be here. Or bringing them to you. They're too involved in the celebrations, and there they go. They are able to jump from the barriers and onto the track to meet up with Robert Kubica, who finished the race. The ambient 83 led in the final hour. Ferrari in hour 18 were in a 1-2-3. Halfway point, hour 12, the number 6 Porsche led as there was the first safety car at that point. And they will jog because no, the car will drive to him. And I thought that said on the side of the car, I thought there was something wrong with it because it looked like it said second. And they have got the checkered flag in their hands. Robert Kubica, there, they can stand on that car. And they are going to sit on that car. That's always a little bit dangerous. Now, I'm very certain they're not going to do another lap. Because if they were, number one, that'd give them big burns to the bottom of the drivers. And no, they're going to do a U-turn into the pit lane going backwards. So, good job there. LMP2, the number 9 Iron Lynx Proton finished 4th ahead of the 29 TDS Racing Crew. The number 11 Proton, number 22 United Autosports, 25 Algarve Pro Racing, the 183 AF Course, and the number 34 Euro Inter Paul completes the top 10 as the Hypercar going backwards in the pit lane and a bit stuck, a bit crowded. It's a bit ugly, this. And finally, the fans, drivers, teams alike move out the way. Thank the Lord for that. Let's not get anyone getting injured after the 24 hours. Pit lane is bursting though with fans and always nearly run someone over. Nearly run, I believe, one of the marshals over. That's not what you want to do if you don't want a penalty, especially after you've done the race. Still some cars for investigation, but I don't think they'll affect the race result that much. Robert Kubica finally can get out the car. For Kubica, he's achieved his Ferrari dream, albeit being in Le Mans, not F1. What an achievement after his horrific rallying accident. For the pole and teammate, yay. The demons of 2021 have been exorcised. Hansen more than played his part in this too. What a wonderful result for the number 83 Ferrari team. Well, at least the 24 hours are over. And if you are a fan of 24-hour races, next week, it's the 24 hours of Nürburgring, the Green Hell, which is even longer, even worse. 70, I believe, 80 corners at Nürburgring, compared to 36 here at Le Mans. So, more than double. So, that's coming up next, and then a week after that, in the GT World Challenge, it's the 24 hours of Spa. As Xavier Villegas says, absolute masterclass from Ferrari, and you've got to agree with that. As you look at the results, Ferrari in P1, P3 and P4. Great result from them. Nick Yelloway in LMP2, winning for them there. And in GT3, the number 92, Richard Lietz, enters the pit lane now. Track temperature, a horrendously high 34.6. It was around about 26 at the start of the race yesterday, so it's increased, but would have gone down during the night as well. No rain this year, although, albeit coming into this race, they said it was going to be warm and dry. There you have it, the race that takes a day to complete comes to an end. Final hypercar results for you then. The AF Course 83 car finishes in P1, then the number 6 Porsche finishes in P2. In P3, rounding off the podium, the Ferrari AF Corsa number 51, the 50 Ferrari AF Corsa in P4, then the number 12 Cadillac, who originally started on pole. In P5, the number 7 Toyota car finishes in P6. The number 5 Porsche finishes in P7. The number 38 Cadillac finishes in P8. Then the number 4 Porsche finishes in P9. The number 35 Alpine finishes in P10. The number 36 Alpine finishes in P11. The number 94 Peugeot finishes in 12. The 009 Aston Martin team finish in 13th. The 99 Proton finishes in 14th. The 007 Aston Martin team finishes in P15. And it's the first time they've been in Le Mans. Great result for them, finishing in the first Le Mans in those Aston Martin Valkyries. Saying coming into this weekend, they were focusing more on reliability. The number 8 Toyota finishes in P16. The number 93 Peugeot finishes in P17. The number 20 BMW finishes in P18. The top 3 in LMP2, the number 43 Inter Europol, the number 48 VDS Panis, and the number 199 AO by TF Car. And you've got to scroll down a little bit. And the winning LMGT3 top 3, the Manfi First Form, the number 92, the number 21 Vista AF Course finishing in P2, and the Corvette 81 TF Sport Car in P3. That does it then for this year's 24 Hours of Le Mans. What a race. Forza Ferrari is the message. And, well, the message has been sent. Cadillac in 5th, yes. Well done. 2 Cadillac. They did originally start on pole in a... What is it? Like a Disney qualifying for them. Very overjoyed. Didn't know how to react, did poor Alex Lynn. And after the start, losing the position to Porsche on the opening lap. Didn't have the best of races, but incredible for them to still come in P5. Beating the Toyota. But as we said, that will do it for this year's 2025 24 Hours of Le Mans. 24-hour racing continuing next week with the 24 Hours of Nürburgring. Then the 24 Hours of Spa is after that. But from us here at FT Sport, make sure you subscribe if you enjoy this. We'll be bringing you more sports coverage as we move on with the sporting calendar. But from us here at Le Mans, thank you for joining us. It's been a long 24 hours, but from us here at FD Sport, thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye.